The subject of assisted dying is a complex and deeply personal one. It's an emotive one too. The UK bill hasn't even reached Parliament yet, and already there is lively conversation surrounding the topic in the UK and in Gibraltar.
It would be great, honestly, to see somebody of your family going through that is terrible.
I do think that it's something that is good, obviously controlled. I've had family members suffering, and it's not fair on themselves and on the family in particular. So I'm all for it.
If you know you're going to die and you're going to be looked after by a doctor, then I think it's your choice, and it should be. Yes, because I would want that.
A very, very tricky question.
If we do it for animals, why not humans?
That's to kill someone. Yeah, that's what I think.
So you're against the idea of assisted dying?
Against, yeah. Jesus gave your life and why do you take it off?
You've got to look into the case and you've got to look into the problem and actually you respect as well the families, what their opinion is.
I think it depends on this community in Gibraltar. I don't think every community is the same or every community has the same approach to this at all. So I think that there would have to be a big conversation.
For many in the medical profession, the subject is particularly important, given the potential role that doctors may play.
I'm very interested not only in the arguments and debate that's happening in the UK, but as already continues to happen in other countries. So some countries are sort of trying to lobby and say, what is the role of a doctor in this? So I think it is one that where medicine and the legal world very much come together.
The Chief Minister says the Gibraltar Government will be following the debate in the UK closely, but that it's too early to say what any potential law may look like locally, and whether it would be put to the public in a referendum.
I've seen a relative go through an awful death, and I will certainly be supportive of assisted dying legislation if the government were to promote that legislation. In the modern world, you've got to understand that personal and individual rights must extend to every part of life. And I'm talking exclusively personally. I personally believe that we should have the right to determine when we want to end our life in a way that is painless.
The GSD do not have a policy position on the subject and haven't yet discussed it as a party.
At one level, you want to allow people to think about whether they make a choice to have a dignified departure, and at another level, you cannot create a framework that allows abuse of people, or people feel obliged that they must depart early for different circumstances. So all of these are extremely difficult, delicate issues on which everyone needs to form their personal view.
The Evangelical Alliance told GBC that it's another step in the rapid dilution of our moral and social values, describing it as a slippery slope. The Bishop of Gibraltar says life is sacred, but the Church recognises there may be situations where living becomes very difficult.
If you withdraw ordinary means for life to carry on, that would be murder. But if the individual who is suffering prefers not to have any extraordinary means so that he can carry on or she can carry on, and that is licit, that is okay. We should encourage people to cherish life even when life becomes a bit difficult. Life comes from God, and nobody has a right to take it away.
Cancer Relief help people to die with dignity. They've been driving the conversation around death for many years now, asking people to think about the end of their life and how it would look.
Dying matters. It's a part of life. We can't avoid it. So it's about opening conversations, really. No right or wrong answers, just getting people to maybe think about dying and having a good death.
With so many different views and angles to consider, the conversation is set to continue in homes, in places of work, and in places of worship.